Hi, how are you, my friend? Welcome to Cooking with Corin. I am craving sort of like a stew and a soup, so I thought I would go with a soup. I would like to share with you one of my heartwarming soup ingredients that really makes you feel better and gives your bloodstream a zing. So thank you for watching, and let's begin. I start with purified water in my pot. So I poured purified water in that pot, and now I'm going to put some sea salt. Sort of like for like 4 bowls. So I gave it like 8 shakes because that water will boil out anyway. And then I'll be replacing it with other water that I have on hand. Thanks for joining. Let's start with the vegetables. And actually, let's give that a couple dashes of pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I'm so glad I'm here on this lovely 4-day weekend for Labor Day. I'm glad that you guys are joining in here. And let's start with our vegetables. And thank you for your compliments. I love your comments. You guys are so sweet. And I'm so happy to be in your life and to have you here with me. Okay. Fixing the camera angle here. I want to make sure you can see the vegetables. Okay, yeah, you can. Ooh, that's a good shot. Hi, guys. I miss you. I like to start with the most potent vegetables first, which is the onion and the garlic and the pepper. And my mom likes it with the whole vegetables in there and not like chop up the onions and chop up, things. Just let the water simmer with the flavoring. And then if you feel like eating the onion, then you can. So on that note, I'm going to cut a nice big wedge of this white, I think it's a hot onion. Okay. So I want a nice clean edge. All right, so let me get a nice thick, clean edge to flavor the water. That looks good. It's a little wide on one side. Let me fix it. And then any kind of excess onion, I could just use for like hot dogs later or something, right? So this is a nice thick onion, and we'll just plop that in the water and get that going first. That looks so pretty. I like the way the water did the ripples. All right, so let's go with, ooh, we can't leave these pieces out. See, little pieces like that, toss that in the soup. Here, just toss those in. All right. I always like to have like a little Kleenex on hand that way I could wipe my knife after each vegetable. I don't do that every time, but today I feel like doing that. So let's move that onion out of the way. And let's begin with, let's try the garlic, okay? So we got a nice big piece of garlic here, and I'll show you a really easy way to open all these. You just cut the bottom of the entire stem off. So I'll show you. So I got rid of like the whole bottom, and now you should be able to easily open them up like this. Sometimes I put a glove on if I'm like gonna see somebody, I don't like a business meeting. I don't want like garlic smelling fingers. So right now I don't really care about smelling like garlic because it's storming and there's nowhere to go anyway, or nobody to see, and it's the weekend. So I'm gonna take each piece. Like I'm gonna take this big piece right here, And then I get my knife and I sort of pounce it. Like I put the knife flat on top of it, and then I take the palm of my hand and just pounce the top, and you can see it just completely came loose of the skin. And this one too, it came completely loose of the skin. And now we got these pieces, so we'll pounce them. All right. And look how nice the skin just falls right off. Okay. There's nothing worse than garlic skin floating in the soup, right? Because you can't digest that. All right. And I don't even care about getting garlic on my fingers right now, actually. So let's do this one. And now let's do this. Let's pounce it. And it comes right out. And what's good is it sort of minces it a little bit, all in one. See? So just let those float in the soup. I'm not even going to try to cut them up because you could serve that like in the soup, you know? Okay. So let's throw those into the soup. Let's just toss those into the soup. Thank you. Okay, where are we next? How about the ginger? So this is just a ginger root. You notice everything is non-powdered except for the salt and the pepper. And the salt, I usually use the one that provides the necessary nutrient, and sometimes sea salt. So I take, this looks like it's been sitting in there for a while, but there's still a lot of good fresh ginger on here. Any kind of vegetable at all, I always cut whatever the surface was, because it was sort of like, not rotting, but just, you know, it was going bad on the edge there. So I remove all vegetable edges. You see how corroded that is, and underneath how fresh that is? So now you have a fresh piece of garlic. And now I'm gonna, today, instead of chopping it in there, I'm gonna float a couple big ones in there like this. So like the Thai style, when they put just whole vegetables like that, I'm actually gonna even leave the skin on today of the ginger and just toss those right into the soup. Okay, now what's next? How about pepper? How about I wash my hands for a second, actually? Because all that garlic is feeling kind of sticky. I'm so glad you guys are here today. Thank you. I feel great. I truly miss you. It's been raining and I've been helping family, and I still showed up. Like, I just got back from my beach trip and I went out to Laguna Beach, and then the next time I went to Newport. So first I went to Treasure Island Beach, and then I went to Pirates Cove. So it was really fun, and thanks for joining me over there. That was awesome. So now I'm back in one of my apartments, and I'm cooking a heartwarming soup. Wow, somebody sent stars. Hi, Rayhan. Oh, you subscribed and sent stars? Oh my God, aren't you sweet, darling? She's been following along for a long time, and that is so heartwarming. Thank you. For those of you that do not know, you can actually subscribe to my page on Facebook and also my membership on YouTube. So thank you. I love you. Mwah. Big hug. And you can also send virtual stars here on Facebook. So again, I took the celery and I chopped off the edge, and I'm going to do that on all three of these. And now I'm going to chop the other edge. See, you know, that doesn't look attractive. Just cut it off. And it's not really fresh. The edges aren't that fresh. Here, I'll just get rid of all these right. Okay. So now these are too big to float in the soup, so I'm gonna cut these in half. And now you have some celery stalks, and that's actually too many to float in there. So I'm gonna take 2 little ones out and save them for peanut butter later, like a snack. So now I got 4 celery stalks, and we'll throw that in there. Celery flavors the broth, big time. So you might not like celery, but if you realize how much it actually flavors the broth, then you'll second guess your opinion of it. Okay, so you don't have to eat celery, it's kind of stringy. So this is how I cut the parsley. I get it like all bunched like this, right? And the stems, like I'm pinching the stems right there, and I gather it all together. I get all the little parsley tops. So as I said before, I use all fresh ingredients when I cook. I don't use powders except for salt and pepper. And even the pepper, here's a green pepper, black pepper specifically for the powder. I do cook with a lot of spice, not that much lately. Sometimes I like to take it easy on spice. It does have a very strong effect on your digestive system. And so I'm gathering all this cute green, it smells so good, this parsley. So I put them all at the top, and then anything like that I just leave because they're already cut. And then I get the knife and I cut right there. So I cut all of that off, you know, all the stems, see? Some people like to cut those up and put them in the stems. Actually, there was some dill there. Wait, hold on. There's the dill. We're going to be doing that next. Okay. All right. And now what I do is I grab it all and I put it like in a ball, and then I just start cutting through it. It'd be too hard to just stand there and do every single one. Okay, so now there's some stems like that, and if it's too much, I just cut those out. And then I grab the ball again, I bunch it up. See, like, look at those stems. I could cut those stems all in one right there. Okay, you see that? So gather all the little parsley. We don't want to miss any. It's too good. It's too fresh to miss. Okay, and then again, bunch it and cut through it. You could hear that. It's just slicing right through it. It's making it a little more sizable for the soup. We don't want to put big ol' pieces of parsley in there. We want them to sort of float and dissolve. So that's still kind of big pieces. So we're going to ball it up one more time and then cut through it. Good morning to you who's telling me it's evening here in the US, wherever you're watching from. Thank you. I love you. And today we are doing a little bit of a fresh broth for a heartwarming experience with this stormy weather. So we grab it all like this, and now we're just going to put it all right onto the soup. Yummy. Okay, what next, guys? Let's go for the dill. Oops, the tripod's messed up, sorry. Okay. Hi. Oh, thanks for calling me Rose. That's cute. Sorry, I'm fixing this. Please, thank you for your patience. Okay. The robe is like a rose color. Thanks, that's so nice. Thank you for noticing. Okay. Now we have this. Look how fresh that dill is. I bet you can smell that dill from there. Hello, how are you guys? Thank you for your comments. Thanks for following my page and my channel on YouTube. Thanks for watching my cute videos on TikTok. Thank you for being here on Facebook and also for being on my YouTube channel. I look forward to every day with you. You are a large part of my life, and I cherish you. Thank you. So here's the deal. I cut off the stems. I bunched it up like I did. Like, see that stem? I don't want that floating in the soup. It's not aesthetically pretty, and you really don't want to chew on that. So grab it all together like the parsley and chop through it. And I don't mind some stem because there's a lot of nutrients in the stem. So I'm not like compulsively looking for the stems. So I'm bunching and I'm cutting through it, and I'll show you what it looks like before we put it in the soup. I love spending time with you. Thank you. See that? Oh, it's so healing. Toss it in. And now let's see if we missed anything. Yeah, we still got a green pepper. Okay, so let me wipe my hands a little. And I'm much more like anal retentive when I cook, when I'm by myself, than I am with a video, but I don't want to bore you with my washing my hands shenanigans, because right now I'm not holding on to any meats that require really hand washing, except when the garlic got on my fingers, and I'm like, I think I'll wash that off. Now we have, and notice I'm not touching any packaging that came from the market. So if you do that, then I do recommend wash before you continue to cook. We have a serrano pepper, and I like to make, so this is a chickenless chicken soup here. I like to make it with a little bit of spice, and then I might put some chicken on the side and then serve my mom the chickenless chicken soup, and then have chicken on the side with me. And yeah, so anyway, my mom, for those of you that miss her, she will be saying hi one day, just so you know. But right now we have a lot to do. So I'll let you know when it gets closer to when my mom we'll be coming on together with our little podcast discussions and stuff. So let's take this and take little tiny slices, okay? So I'm gonna make little tiny slices of pepper because I want them to float in there, and I don't mind if they go into a serving bowl. There's 5. I think I'll do one more. There. 6 slices, and I'm looking around. I don't see any other vegetables. You're probably wondering, so Corinne, if it doesn't have any chicken in there, then how is it gonna fill me up? It's just water and vegetables. Well, you may cook noodles on the side. So let's put those peppers in there. And I have another pot here, and I poured a little bit of olive oil, virgin olive oil, with the purified water, and that's ready for basically anything. Like there's these little thin noodles that I will be putting in there, and there's also, you could do an egg noodle. And also, if you want to do a matzo ball, so I've cooked matzo balls for you guys before, and I might be cooking those tonight. But right now, I'm just here to show you about the broth. Oh yeah, I see one more thing here. See, I knew there was something. Carrots. Okay, look at these gorgeous organic carrots. It's almost like the prop guy delivered them just now. No, they were sitting there. It's just, I'm multitasking, and I didn't quite see them yet. So here they are. I like a carrot when it's nice and firm. If it starts to like bend, then it's not that fresh. So if I have a whole bag of carrots here, pretty much they go bad fast, I notice, carrots. So the one thing I want to do is pick the firmest ones out of the bunch, because those are the freshest. So this one's really firm, this one's good, and this one's good. Okay. So let's wash these, shall we? There's the excess parsley, there's the excess onion, and I saved that onion for like a sandwich or another dish that I cook. So the way I wash things is I use a really hot stream of water, and with carrots, the skin is the most nutritious part about it. So I don't really take a knife. Sometimes I take a knife and scrape it if they look really dirty. But if they're not dirty looking, like literally dirt from the ground, you know, the farm, then I'll just like use my fingers to gently get loose some of the any kind of excess dirt, okay, off the carrots. So that's really hot water. And I left the skin. I didn't do any skinning on the carrots today. Okay. So sorry about there. There was a loud noise outside and it went away. Okay, so I cut the edges of the vegetable. Did you guys see my video where I show you how to take produce from the market and put it into your own Ziplocs? Therefore, you're not touching the bags that like touch the register. So if you saw that, that's a little tip I want to remind you of. That way when you're cooking, it's in your own bag and you're handling it. You don't have to keep washing your hands. But if you touch the bag or the packaging, like this one, so I wipe this down also. Any kind of packaging that I leave things in, any kind of boxes, I wipe down with a little rag, like a wet paper towel or a rag. Okay, so now let's get the edge of the carrots here. Now, and by the way, raw carrots are really good for cleaning out your gut in the morning with nothing in your stomach. And you can go ahead and just chew and crunch on raw carrots in the morning, and that will get rid of any kind of bacteria in your gut. Good. So I like to share all these things as I go, but they're not related to the soup. But yeah, eating raw carrots will save your digestive system. Now, I want kind of long strands. I don't want little pieces because the theme we're going with that soup is big pieces. So I want to cut these. I'll show you. I'm going to cut it in half and then I'm going to cut it down the middle. See? So they're like little boats, and I'm going to cut those in half again. And then I'm going to cut it in half again. And then I'm going to cut that down the middle. And then I'm going to cut those in half. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Not little pieces, but big pieces of carrots, because the whole overall theme of the soup is big pieces floating instead of diced or chopped. Okay, so I'll finish cutting these carrots down the center and then in half, and there's two more. Please put in the comments what you're eating to improve your health. You know, are you choosing fruits instead of sugar? Fresh fruits? Are you choosing vegetables instead of carbs? If you are having carbs, are you having them moderately? If you're eating anything, is it everything in moderation, or is it like eating a lot, too many hamburgers, too many, not enough vegetables? Okay, so here's the carrots, and let's come over here to the soup and check it out, because now we've got all the ingredients that we need. That's gorgeous. So this water's boiling for the little thin noodles I was telling you about. And actually, we'll toss those in a second. And that has light virgin olive oil soaking in the water. And so here's the chickenless chicken soup. And you saw I started with the sea salt and the pepper. I got ginger, carrot, celery, onion, garlic, green pepper, dill, and parsley. And now that I know how far that came up to the edge of the pot, I could pour more water in there to fill it all the way. That way it won't all boil out. Okay. Great. Oops. Okay, let's check out that let's check out those noodles. What do we got here? We got fine egg noodles. I recommend also putting, I think this time I'll use the iodized salt, the one that supplies the necessary nutrient. So I'll pour that right into there. I kind of put a lot just now, but that's fine. Because you're not eating the salt water, you're just eating the noodles that got flavored by the salt water by cooking in it. Just tuck them under that water. And then as clean and anal as I get, I'll be cleaning that up right now. And this, okay, so I'm gonna let that soup simmer and those noodles, I gotta make sure that they don't boil too long because nobody likes a really soft noodle, right? Nobody likes a wet noodle. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And please be safe on this Labor Day weekend. Mwah. I love you.